Islam. Islamism. Praise Allah. Honor to the Prophet Noble Jirali. I'm going to open us up with the Moorish American prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation. By night and by day, peace with the Prophet Jirali. First all rise, giving infinite and perfect praises to Allah, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. The one who created me, the one who made you, the one who made you to be who you are and carry that high vibration of Allah in your heart and mind. But also having free will or free choice to do good or evil. All lies in your heart and mind. Honors to Brother Marcus Messiah Garvey Bay. Honors to everything that Allah has created, everything that ever was and ever more to be, including Elohim, the one who created the devil. Honors to the Moorish Science Temple of America, the founder, Prophet Noble Jirali, the Jesus Return, and all the members, stations, and past, present, future leaders. Honors to his John the Baptist Return, his harbinger, Brother Marcus Messiah Garvey Bay, in this day and time. Honors to everything that has everything to do with the UNIA, the past leaders, and everything that is Moorish. Honors to all children who fathers and mothers who pave the way for the children to be in Moorish science. Honors to you all within the sound of my voice. Today's show is called Lessons in Life, Part 12. That's why the number 12 up there, but I'm going to edit it later. There's a lot that's been going on that a lot of people who are chasing luxury, if you will, they're chasing things that in life that don't really matter. Because once you leave this earth, your Louis Vuitton is not going to save you. Your luxury, your Karl Kani, your Calvin Klein, whatever you want to call it, your Tommy No Hilfiger, things of that nature, and all your gearing, your Jezebel attire is not going to save you. Anyways, honors to one in the chat, yeah, heaven high, Islam. Honors to those who are watching at 10, I see that. Praise Allah, that's a good number. I want y'all to be articulate in your thinking. As a Moorish teacher, as well as a student, it takes you, yourself, to understand that you have a higher self and lower self. Right? That you have thoughts that's going to change and pass away. Misty Flores, Islam, heaven high, it's been a while. Yeah, so you have a higher self and lower self. That higher self and lower self is what Allah has given us free will and given us free choice, as I said on my previous show. But for some reason, my previous show was cut short, but I'm going to reiterate everything that was being said. I don't care what these naysayers have to say, because guess what? The truth is going to hurt and blister and puncture someone's heart and turn it upside down with a stalk in the middle, which is a spade. Because guess what? That's what they're doing. They're spading your thoughts. Who is they? Oh, I shall say it. The Black Boule. Oh, yes. Oh, it's true. The ones who are the Kappa Alpha Psi, the Omega Psi Phi Alpha. Oh, yes, I'm going there. Your W.E.B. Du Bois people, the talented 10th. The ones who helped assassinate the character of Marcus Garvey Bay, the Prophet Noble Jirali. But I'm just here to let you all know that everything that we are witnessing is happening for a reason. And there's a reason for that season. And all I see is the United States government corporation is lying to the people and committing treason and tyranny. All of a sudden that draft that Cassius Marcellus Clay, aka Muhammad Ali, did not go to the draft because of his religion, to not fight that Viet Cong war. Well, guess what? Anybody who is 20-some years old, they're going for gangbangers too. But we all have to keep an open mind on what's going on, because they don't care if your children die on the front lines, because their whole goal is to subtract and divide and depopulate the young people, so that way we don't reproduce ourselves, because we are already overpopulated per se. So that's what the Rothschild Rockefellers say, right? I'm just gonna tell you on what I know. See, we got a lot of people who are not stabilized in the mind, but yet it's all about the crabs in the barrel. It's not just the so-called Negro, blacks, and colors doing it to each other. It's everybody else in the nations that they're of, or so-called sub-nations, or that expedites this situation. And they're the ones who are working with the devil to do the divide and conquer. They're the ones who are getting paid the dollar hollers, or die trying, if you will. See, the problem is, in our society, we look at the common people as the enemy, but we don't even look and check ourselves. You see that? We don't check ourselves because we don't think there's nothing wrong with us, because we think we all good. We got our fresh, clean clothes that mama or papa give to us, or maybe someone embezzle some finances just so that way we can look good. But all we're just like it says, that the apple is the lovely to the eye and pleasant to the smell, but the sinner is full of bitterness and gall. If you was to ask me what was I to study, I would say yourself. And you would have studied them well. And then you would ask me again, what do I study next? And I would reply, yourself. So this is a redundant thing that we do in more science. But we already know what's going on behind the closed doors of the Masonic Order, Lucifer, and all that stuff. That's connected to the Jewish community and the Black Bootleg. Yeah, we already know what time it is. But the common people don't. They don't have no idea. But you gotta come to the More Science of America to get this information, you see. Because no one out their right minds really care about their higher self and lower self. Based upon the people I've seen. Based on the people who are incompetent drivers who think they own the road. If you see what I'm saying. If this doesn't sound good, maybe it should sound good because it's the truth. Don't agree. The pleasant thing in life that you see is all an illusion. Because these things are going to change and pass away. Your luxury cars, your Louis Vuitton, your Jordans, your J's, whatever you want to call your Nikes, or your Nikes, or your Adidas, or your Puma, or whatever the case may be, or whatever shoes and how many $1 million you own really don't mean nothing to me, because it's all of what's in the heart and mind and how you treat people. If you think that you better, then you need to get off my channel right now, because guess what? This ain't the channel for you. Whether you want to accept the truth or not, your gangbanging don't scare me, because guess what? I got plenty of connections that will make you pull down your king in a game of chess. And I'll be the one to win and checkmate. I'm going to win every single time because Allah is leading, knowing that victory is sure. See, once y'all brothers and sisters start understanding these different dynamics of life and physiology, psychology, and all these ologies and so on and so on, then you will be the one to survive this war, because guess what? You're not depending on your college degree to save you because you're a doctor of medicine or you're an RN, LVN, or whatever the case may be. No. You're a Moorish American Muslim. You already proclaimed your nationality. You already been emancipated, so now your proclamation has been on the record, and the record shall reflect. Praise Allah to the ones who have the truth and the divine truth without doubt or contradiction. See, we already know that these police officers or these so-called policy enforcers, majority of them are being paid under the table to do penalty of perjury and corruption because they're being paid by the Jewish community, LGBTQ community, and all these ones who are connected in Hollywood. And I'm not saying to sound like this to sound good and smooth and cool, but I'm here to tell you the truth because guess what? A lot of people are just too incompetent. They've been so indoctrinated long enough to the point where they can't even think for themselves. But yeah, still, these grown men who are over 30, 40 some years old, 50, 60 some years old, still calling that woman their girlfriend because guess what? They're incompetent. Why don't you eat a Mario mushroom, the red and the green one, and grow up and get a life? That's what you ought to do. Because you know what? The Bible teaches us again. It says, as a man, as a child, I did childish things. And as a man, I put away childish things. You see that? Those specific scriptures in the Bible tells you and I what we need to be doing and what's the proper instructions. Do you realize that the multi-million-dollar company of the dialysis is a multi-million-dollar company? The pharmaceutical is a multi-million-dollar company to treat the pain but never give you the cure, but the cure is from the earth that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you and I. The truth shall make you free, even though you don't see the truth. Because you are looking for a savior in the sky with blonde hair, blue eyes, who calls himself Jesus, or so-called, or lack thereof, of the proper pronunciation of the Aramaic or Hebrew. You have no idea until you step foot in the Moorish Science Temple of America, because and we myself to open your eyes to the truth and wanting to do better for yourself. We're not, Moorish Americans are not saying to hate the church. We're not, Moorish Americans, not saying to hate the other religions. No, we're saying to save yourself. But as in the illustrious words of Prophet Noble Drew Ali says, if I cannot save you, then no one can. But if I should think the church and the synagogues of Satan and the Masonic order, Lulays and all these ones and all these talented tips, all these organizations are not here to assist to save the people. Because where do they have to go proclaim a nationality? You can't proclaim to be black and be a black nationalist, because black, according to science, means dead. That means you are a corpse, dead body, walking with no soul, no heart and mind to sympathize, no eyes to see, and no ears to hear. So that means you're deaf, dumb, and blind. And guess what? The truth ain't in you, and your father's of the devil. When do you see and understand that the conditions that we're facing since this pandemic of the 1960s, 1950, the first debit card, the first credit cards, if you will. You got to open your eyes to see where everything got started and how everything was being planned. You got to open your eyes to see what's really going on and be able to cipher between the real and fake. These wanksters out here, these gangsters out here ain't real, but they intelligent. They just don't acknowledge it. That's the problem. The problem is these people who working at 9 to 5 and now blue collar in corporation, corporate job, you ain't make it. You think you made it? You think you're free of bondage and slavery, but yet you're the one who got that birth certificate. That birth certificate is the one that's connected to Wall Street, the one that's connected to your Social Security number, which is the account number that they're betting on you, and basically you're not the beneficiary, you're the beneficiary, but you're not the beneficiary to your own estate, because you don't even own yourself. Where the Ice Cube saying higher learning? He says, we're behind enemy lines, dog. They own you, this couch you sitting on, them shoes on your feet. He was telling the truth. But everybody think, oh, higher learning, oh, yeah, this is... No, you gotta pay attention. What if Fudge White, a.k.a. Ice Cube, or should I say O'Shea Jackson, say to Omar Epps, Malik Williams? So if you don't run, you don't get no scholarship, right? And he said, yeah, that's how it goes. So that means if you run for the school, you get a scholarship, right? I said, yeah. Then Ice Cube, a.k.a. O'Shea Jackson, Fudge White says, run, nigga, run. Every time y'all hear a bell, y'all run. Y'all some trained Negroes. He's not lying. See, y'all gotta pay attention to these movies, higher learning, Boys in the Hood. Either they don't know or don't show. Don't care about what's going on in the hood. South Central, or should I say, Mensa Society. Do you care whether you live or die? Man, message. But you ain't ready for it though. Robin Williams said it best in that movie, that Disney movie cartoon for Fern Gully. He was telling, get this, all these streets go. Then come your highways, and then come your convenience stores, and then come, don't price check on prune juice, Bob. Price check on prune juice. Well, every movie that they put out there, they got some truth to it. But y'all look at this comedy like it's ha ha he he, but it's the truth. They're telling you what's going on. They put men's in dresses and thinking that's okay, it's cool. But all it's to do is just satisfy the gain of the director and these politicians for them to get arousal to see a man in a dress and some pumping high heels. But y'all don't see that though. But they can trickle that down in the movie The Last Dragon. Yeah, it was in there. It's for promoting that transgenderism, man. Love don't cost a thing. Yeah, I seen that too. So I want y'all to truly be mindful of everything that you see that's going on in the behavior of the people. There's nothing wrong with having a high vibration energy, and if anybody slams that down, that means that they do not care about you. They're jealous of your light. They're jealous of your energy that Allah has given you. Whether you want to accept it or whether you don't. My thing is this. I had somebody hating on me today, and guess what? I dare Brother Man come step to me, but he gonna talk mess about me. I don't, bro, you don't know me. The Brother Man Moore's life will sock you straight in your esophagus, and I do not give a straight up. But you, that drama that you talking behind my back, you ain't gonna bring it to my face. Cause guess what? You gonna be gone without a trace when you mess with me, though. That's guaranteed. Don't sit here, shake my hand, and then act like you are holier than thou, and you better than. Cause if you think I'm gonna show you what a true man do. You don't like my work ethic? You ain't my boss. So you better check yourself. Bro, you so dark, when you wear black, man, all the thing we can see is your teeth. That's how much you exist. Cause I'm gonna clown you. Cause I ain't gonna have no words for you next time. Next time you better say something to me, you better man up. Don't be a little boy running under mommy and daddy. Cause I'm the real one. The real one will tell you what's up. I'm gonna tell you straight to your face. You got a problem with me, just take it outside. But before we start throwing these dukes, you better start talking real quick on why you slandering my name. Because if anything, I know toxic people when I see it. I know jealousy when I see it. So if you got a problem with me, step up or back down. I'm the one who just loves peace and tranquility. That's how I roll. I don't care who's jealous of me. You jealous of me because I got that so-called good hair or whatever? Okay, whatever. So what? Bro, you got good hair too. Don't get jealous because I got that good hair too. Like, people pay attention to me more. Hey, we not going through this high school, junior high school stuff. The last person mess with me, I would tell them straight up, yo, you ain't gonna live long enough messing with me for real. I got enough anger to open a can of whoop ass and take someone's life real quick. And I'm not the one. But you gotta be the one to be the strong one. And knowing that somebody ain't gonna approach you and wanna holler at you because they got beef and they got issues with you, well, let them know not to word beef. They porky. They hating on your shine. When someone hate on your shine, they can't see you and they keep coming nowhere near you, that means they're in darkness, bro. Sister. Take it from a person who already been in the game long enough for decades. I know what's up. You think you know what's going on, but you have no idea. But there's a lot that's going on that a lot of people are not aware of. And it's about time to start letting people know the game. And you ain't gonna hear from no person who you think perhaps knows, but you're gonna hear from a person who knows the truth. So, I mean, yo, It is what it is. Truly, it is what it is. While I'm demonstrating the truth, you got all kinds of people who don't want no part of what you're about. Because if you're strong enough, people gonna hate on you. And people ain't gonna have no idea what they're getting themselves into. So it's just, the best advice is just to back down and just walk away. That's all I can say. Is back down and walk away. There's no point trying to get up in somebody's face who ain't gonna even try you. But at the end of the day, the stronger one survives, because the presence of a person will make anybody not step to you. Because you are strong in your faith. You are strong what you know. And now it's not about belief anymore. It's about what you know. And since they don't have that power to step to you, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. But as long as ones don't put their hands on me, shoot, yeah, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all as truly well. You know, ain't nothing wrong with bonding friendships and stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with having somebody on your team that's about that life. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But as soon as somebody step out of line with you or your family, you defend them at all costs. Cause see me, I'm a type of person like this. I don't like altercation. I don't like verbal, I don't like physical altercation. Cause see, if I do something to somebody, that's my family, their family after me, that means I have to get my family to fight with them. It's gonna be a bloodbath. It ain't gonna be pretty. It's gonna be pointless. And I'm just being honest with you. There's no point in getting families involved, because all somebody gonna do is get hurt and die. Or get unalive, so to speak. See, y'all gotta peep game. I'm like Michael Jackson. Beat it. It doesn't matter how strong you are and strong how your fight is. But it doesn't matter who's wrong or right. Just beat it. I mean, I'm throwing that out there because, you know, I got ones want to try me, but as soon as they step to me, they recognize the real. And I'm saying it because I'm real. And if I don't like what somebody's going to say, you know what? I'm going to say what I need to say, but at the end of the day, you got the last word. But your last words don't mean nothing against that portion of truth, what you think is truth, but it's all fabricated information that has no basis of fundamentals or type of truth that you believe in, that you have no idea. Your foundation is weak in what you speak. And if your foundation is weak in what you speak, there is no truth that doesn't need to be. And what I mean by it doesn't need to be, because it's simple the fact that the truth does not need a crutch to stand on. Falsehood always need a crutch. So the falsehood is crippled and needs a crutch to stand on. Which means that it's going to change and pass away, whether you like it or not. It's not about what you like. It's about accepting the facts what it is. And think about how you're going to change your condition when things don't go your way. It's happened to me. But I'm grateful. Allah closes the door for a reason, for you to figure out how to open the next door, for you to do better for yourself and better your condition. And when Allah closes that door for you, do not be mad at Allah for that, because Allah is leading on and victory is sure. Because there are no strange happenings. Law governs all events. You gotta take all this stuff into consideration, yo. I'm not here to badmouth nobody, but I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm always gonna keep it real. If I say something wrong and out of line, yeah, I'm gonna man up. I ain't gonna bore you down, I'm gonna man up. Right? That's what you should do. You should look at yourself and say, what wrong did I do today? And how I'm gonna better my condition. That's what you should be thinking about. Not trying to play the game of how can I correct this person? Or how can I correct that person? Or what should I do to correct that person? Or what should I do to check that person? No, you need to check yourself. So that way you know how to operate in these certain dynamics of life that you might perhaps be ready for. See, instead of trying to check everybody and trying to tell people how to live their life, you 18, 17, 16, 15 years old, 20 some years old. How you gonna tell somebody how to do better for their life and you ain't even lived life long enough yet? Claim to be all wise and all this other stuff. Even a wise person don't say they wise. They let their actions prove who they truly are. And there is no hope if you're going to serve the other master. I mean, yo, for real, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. As they say in the hood, I'm going to keep it 100, but I'm going to keep it 3 times 36, which is 360. Degrees of infinite and finite wisdom. Understand situations and circumstances. I'm gonna be honest with you. As long as I've been living, I've had so many close calls, but it's not my time to go because Allah still needs me here. In order for you to be obedient to Allah and reap the rewards of Allah, is you gotta pay attention to those laws. You gotta pay attention to those dietary laws. You gotta pay attention to honor thy father and thy mother. You gotta pay attention to the thou shalt not covet, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. But it's not killing anybody if you try to protect your family. I don't care what the so-called law enforcement say with these penal codes and all this other fictitious lies and deceit. I'm gonna be real with you. I ain't got time to lie. I ain't got time to be deceiving nobody. Only thing a person I need to be working on is the issues within myself. And that's what you should be working on, the issues within yourself. Look at your brother, man, Morris' life as just an example of what I witnessed and what is the reason why for lessons in life from part 1 all the way to part 12. I mean, yo, there's portions of life, things that I've experienced. Again, it comes down to relationships and stuff. Allah binds hearts and minds. It doesn't mean that just because this is a brother or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you guys carry the same energy, so y'all belong together as brothers. Not like boyfriend, boyfriend, no. If you guys carry the same vibration and energy, that means you guys are meant to be friends. Friendship is not meant to be forced. It's meant to be granted. It's only going to happen when it needs to happen. Not because it has to happen or you're forcing a relationship, a friendship with the same sex from a brother to a brother. And I don't mean that sorry to make a board type of stuff. No, I'm not talking about that. Or I'm not talking about that sister being a girlfriend. No, I'm not talking about that. No. If thy brothers are in adversity, assist him. If thy sister's in trouble, forsake her not. So shall the fortress of thy father contribute to the support of his whole race, and his care be continued unto all his blood to the children. See that? Everything I'm demonstrating on is all based on things I've read and I'm applying to myself. Today was a wonderful day. There's some moments, some glitches, but all is well with me. You know, I recognize people who got for your brother, man. Of course I do. I know this. It's in the tongue, it's in the actions, it's in the peace, it's in all of that. But you know, I can tell when somebody running game on me. Not all the time, but majority of the time I get because I'm experienced. We all allow certain things to happen for us to learn our lessons in life, and this is why, as we get mature in age, the more wisdom we get, and the more that we accept things that shouldn't be happening. So, yeah, that part. So, I got something special for y'all today. But to all y'all brothers out there who are gang banging, bro, you ain't gonna, bro, the only thing that's gonna happen to you is definitely being unalived. And you got your mom and your family crying at your grave because you wasn't being responsible. That's your problem, that's your issue. But it takes up to you to get out the game and want to do better for yourself in every aspect of your life. You want to talk about making money and selling stuff? You can be an entrepreneur, but don't mean you have to sell illegal substances to people that's going to harm people. So that makes you a good person because you're making fast money? Okay. Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts, yo. Like, for real, for real. So, I'm going to let it be known. Got a little special something for y'all that I did a little pre-recording. I need y'all to check this out. This is like, really like, for real, for real. So, I'm about to get into it right now. Islam. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is a pre-recording with your brother Man Porsche Life. And I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. Out of all the information I've been spitting, and they blocked my little content because they didn't want to hear the truth. And the truth, what I was saying, that they're all connected. You can't pull wool over someone's eyes who already peeped the game. Like I said, there's one group, one organization, and they all seem like they're separated. And I'm gonna tell the truth. The Jewish community is working alongside the Masons and Eastern Stars. They're all performing the same ritual, whether you know it or whether you like it or not. The Bible teaches us you cannot serve two masters. You're gonna love one, hate the other. But I'm just gonna be real honest with you. Take you straight from the hip. The Black Boule. Because my previous show, Surveillance and Separation, was just talking about what I'm speaking on right now. And they cut it off. Because they didn't want the little ears, and they didn't want the young adults to hear the truth. But, anywho, I never go on a platform of YouTube just to get rich or die trying. I just go
because I want the people to have the information I have like minds like myself. Nevertheless, I'm not doing it for celebrity status, and that's why I don't show my face, because of those reasons. If you gonna keep broadcasting yourself, that's on you. But you gotta remain circumspect, because every celebrity is gonna get the attention, and certain attention you're gonna get with a celebrity lifestyle is imprisonment of your fame and fortune that has been granted to you, and you think you have control and power, and you don't. People are dying left and right. Mothers are motherless, and fathers are fatherless in state of mind. And I guess I am not going to continue the separation and surveillance and separation, whichever comes first. I'm going to do something where it has to be based on the actual facts. But I say this to y'all because I love y'all. And there's no other point in my life but to expose the truth. Yes, I might have some people who are going to be drinking all the haterade instead of drinking all the loving aid, you know, because they're about hating self-love. They love them doing as they must, but they're not going to bring it to me, though. That's one thing they're not going to do. Now, they all part of the Boule, the Black Crusades, and all them ones. All them ones who are part of this fraternity and sorority. They're the ones who's hiding the truth from the people. If the Black Boule was to look out for every black person, so-called, and tell the truth, black people no more. Because the truth shall make you free. And there's nothing else that's better than that. But you gotta have the love for yourself, and to want to better your condition and better your state of mind. I can care less what the thoughtless think. They can fire and burn all I care. They can't accept things that's not facts. And they're going to continue to be a devil worshiper because their minds have already been conditioned. And they are already being entrapped. So at the end of the day, it's more about what are you doing to better your condition. That's everything I was saying, but they blocked me. They only shortened my show for 6 minutes. But for all those who were listening, I was surprised. I had 10 people watching the show. And this is for me to camel back on basically on what I see. So I dare them try to block me. I dare these devil worshippers try to block me. Because every last one of these ones are part of the same organization. There's no justice in this. There's no justice in being a black person. And that's going to be something they keep promoting like it's a disease, like you putting a Band-Aid over something that has no significance of truth, nor you don't have the roots to be able to trace yourself back to the origin of who your true forefathers and mothers are truly are. And that's the issue, and that's the problem. You cannot grow without learning from the condition of your ancestors and how you gonna grow and how you gonna change it. You gotta be the one to change your condition. There's already brothers and sisters in the Moorish sites of America who already proclaim their nationality. That's the first thing. Emancipate to proclamate. You have to do the emancipation, which means remove yourself from the jurisdiction of the District of Columbia. Get out of her. When they say get out of the United States, they're not talking about nothing physical. Physical remove. We're talking about contracts. And this is something they have already entrapped you in, but you ain't hearing me. You don't want that. Of course you don't want it because you accept the condition of being black. You want that caveman European psychology. But we started thinking like the colonists, and Noble Drew Ali started dropping it. So you listen to all this crazy so-called hip-hop music. You eating all this crazy food that's full of chemicals and death and mercury and all the stuff that is poisonous to you, that's damaging your heart and mind, and you can't even think straight. Got your hormones out of whack because you wacky cracky, but you don't even know nothing about the tic-tac-toe. And guess what? You getting crossed up and don't even know it. You got people who over here being speed demons and don't even realize the game. Don't even realize the gas prices are getting higher, but they got them a muscle car. Do you realize that you're spending more time with that muscle ride than your own livelihood and try to better your condition? You don't want to better your condition because you want to expand and think that you have the kind of money that you have, but yet still you are suffering and you have no idea of what's going on. You think you know, but you don't know. You wish you knew, but you don't know. My people going to perish for a lack of knowledge. And since they blocked me, I'm coming 10 times relentless. I'm coming 10 times stronger, regardless of what the naysayer trying to say. So, you guys are going to be the ones who's going to be entrapped with your own personal philosophies and your own personal teachings. And while me, I'm going to be all is truly well. So, time will tell when you try to turn over a new leaf. There's nothing good about you because you don't want the goodness in your life. You don't even want to better your condition because you're not even trying to. So, I'm giving this brief synopsis of what was left said on the show. But to all my viewers out there, peace and love. But only you can better your condition. There ain't gonna be no blonde hair, blue-eyed, long-haired person claiming to be the Messiah coming out the sky to save you. Prophet Noble Drew Ali here. That's what it's all about.
Yep. So I'm just giving y'all something to really think about. This is going for the young children too, you know, but man, if you're not doing nothing positive with yourself, then you're just a menace to society. And they don't care about locking you up. They don't. Yep, pretty soon it's going to be like one of them situations in Back to the Future Part 2 is going to start abolishing all the lawyers. I mean, I condone evil behavior. But people are going to do what they must. So why should I stress myself out over somebody else? Person gonna be toxic. People say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Well, a prostitute into a housewife. That people can change if they want. Make it seem like it can never happen. People can be one way and live a promiscuous lifestyle one way, but then it can't change. I mean, that's what I know. All in the behavior and all in the upbringing of what you were taught. Because there's only two things in the world, it's truth and falsehood. So, we all gotta figure out what is gonna make us happy in our path of life. And the the things that we have to go through in life is what's going to better us in our condition to be able to assist our beloved loved ones and each other. Because one day we're going to have to be a teacher and teach. But the problem is teachers are not teaching about self-esteem. And yes, there's only a chosen few people who can teach. Not everybody's meant to be a teacher, not everybody's going to be a good student. So take everything I'm saying in consideration, also with a grain of salt. Filter what I'm saying and see what y'all think. Your heart and mind proves to the public of who you truly are, not a person who has a missing alignment in life. They true to was folly, but they choose to debase themselves in life of folly. So with that being said, family, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do as you must. I know it's very difficult out there. It's rough. Homeless is at its highest rate. People are losing their jobs. Family, think about it. There's no point of trying to be fake. These men want to be women. These young women want to be men. After the Bible teaches us that men should not be wearing women's garments and women should not be wearing men's garments. But this is what they promote in Hollywood. J. Edgar Hoover got caught with a dress on. So did Bill Clinton. So did Bush. Change your gender. That's what they say. But whatever. You ain't gonna pay me no $1 million to do that. So with that being said, you gotta decide for yourself on what you're gonna do. If you don't pick a career field, don't pick something that is like electrician or plumbing for the young men. Young women know how to cook, clean, soul, playing food and all that stuff. All that stuff is valid. Oh, wow. Man, what a long day into the night. You gotta be careful out there, family. Not everybody serves your best interest in friendship. So, I pray that whatever trials and tribulations y'all going through, I pray that y'all conquer it in peace. Reach y'all peace and reach y'all love and Islam. Close out the Moorish prayer. Allah Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day. Through His holy prophet, Islam. Allahu Akbar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Elhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Rahmanirrahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Siratal mustaqim. Waladin. Amin. Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, most merciful, all praises be to Allah. The Father of the love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my guide and my protector. As always, by night and by day. Reach y'all in peace and reach y'all in love. Y'all have a good night. Tomorrow, on Monday, I might be going live, I'm not sure. So y'all take care, y'all be at peace, and shout out to all the people who are listening in on today's show. Peace and love. Islam. Just wanna say I love you. Ooh.